Party peoples of the interwebs, I am getting too old for this shit. Viva Frei, former Montreal litigator turned current Florida rumbler, in my home office watching my child play in the park while I sit here doing this vlog because the news of the day is that Donald Trump allegedly threatened Liz Cheney
by firing squad.
The only problem, there was no threat, there was no reference to any firing squad, and everybody understands exactly what Donald Trump was saying, even with the clip taken out of context, but especially with the clip in context. So here is the broader context. Donald Trump is giving a rally in Arizona. I believe Tucker Carlson is hosting, and a number of people give some speeches, and Donald Trump is on stage talking about Dick Cheney, Scooter Libby, and how Scooter Libby was done dirty by the Bush administration, and Dick Cheney thanked Donald Trump for pardoning Scooter Libby, and then Donald Trump goes on to have some choice words for Dick Cheney and Liz Cheney, and these are his choice words.
And Cheney was so, he said, I really want to thank you. He said, now I'm so glad that I actually endorsed you. It's amazing, but that you would do this. And I didn't speak to him about it. But then, go a couple of years forward, or go now. And I don't blame him for sticking with his daughter, but his daughter is a very dumb individual, very dumb. She's a radical war hawk. Let's put her with a rifle standing there with 9 barrels shooting at her, okay? Let's see how she feels about it. When the guns are trained on her face. They're all war hawks when they're sitting in Washington in a nice building saying, oh, gee, let's send 10,000 troops right into the mouth of the enemy. But she's a stupid person. And I'd have meetings with a lot of people, and she always wanted to go to war with people.
You will notice from that fuller clip that there's no mention of a firing squad whatsoever, but that doesn't stop the POSs on the left from lying through their disgusting teeth, starting with Aaron Rupar, whom, if you don't know, is defined in the Urban Dictionary as a lying sack of shit.
Rupar, a lying sack of shit who deceives people for a living in the name of his political ideology. Every word that comes out of his mouth is a lie.
I don't know if Aaron Rupar started the BS story, but you know that he is partaking in the laundering. The narrative comes out that Donald Trump threatened Liz Cheney by firing squad, even though no one mentions a firing squad. I don't know what realm of the universe you give a rifle to the person being executed by a firing squad. If we want to get into semantics, firing squads are typically 5, not 9. They typically shoot at the heart. They even put like a piece of cloth over it so the firers know where to shoot, not the face, because they don't want to disfigure the person being executed. This was never anything to do with a firing squad. Everyone knows it, except Aaron Rupar and his ilk know that the Democrat base are too stupid to go find the video in context to know that they're being lied to. So Aaron Rupar starts this disinformation laundering, and he puts out a tweet that Liz Cheney then subsequently retweets, and here's how that order works.
Aaron Rupar, Trump on Liz Cheney. Quote, let's put her with a rifle standing there with 9 barrels shooting at her. Let's see how she feels about it. When the guns are trained on her face. Liz Cheney. This is how dictators destroy free nations. They threaten those who speak against them with death. We cannot entrust our country and our freedom to a petty, vindictive, cruel, unstable man who wants to be a tyrant.
So when Viva Fact Checker gets on the story and goes and finds this clip in context in order to respond to Aaron Rupar, I did not know if Liz Cheney had responded yet. I don't know that she had retweeted Aaron Rupar yet. I just know that I didn't know if she did, but I respond to Aaron T. Rupar with the following tweet, quoting him in the Urban Dictionary because he is living up to his definition of a scumbag of a human.
Living up to your name, Rupar. Quote, a lying sack of shit who deceives people for a living in the name of his political ideology. Every word that comes out of his mouth is a lie. End quote. Urban Dictionary.
A little later, I noticed that Liz Cheney, daughter of the war criminal Dick Cheney, has quote tweeted Aaron Rupar, and she is yet again the victim, and Donald Trump is the big bad boogeyman. This is what she has to say.
This is how dictators destroy free nations. They threaten those who speak against them with death. We cannot entrust our country and our freedom to a petty, vindictive, cruel, unstable man who wants to be a tyrant. Hashtag women will not be silenced. Hashtag vote Kamala. What the heck?
And then I reply to Liz Cheney with a tweet that might not have been too nice. Yes, because I called her a war whore. And for those of you who are going to scream misogyny, I have called plenty of men war whores when they are whoring for war, especially ones that their children don't have to go and fight and die in. So yes, I respond to Liz Cheney with the following tweet.
Viva Frei at the Viva Frei. He called you a war whore. A chicken war whore. A chicken war whore who has no qualms sending other people's children off to die, but would shit her pants if ever sent herself. You are a chicken war whore, and your father is a war criminal. Do us all a favor, Liz. Go to Ukraine to fight with the Azov Battalion.
And MSN being what it is, the liars being who they are, and their ignorant, smooth brain, low information base being what they are, they have now manufactured a crisis out of Trump's comment. I don't think it's going to go anywhere whatsoever. It's a Friday afternoon. As of the time of shooting this vlog, there's not even enough time between now and Election Day to make this into a scandal that it isn't. But they go out there and they turn it into something of a mini scandal to placate their frothing at the mouth, out of control base. And they've gotten to the point where even allegedly the Attorney General of Arizona is looking into whether or not this qualifies as a criminal threat.
That's right. I just spoke to Attorney General Chris Mays about 2 hours ago for the taping of my Sunday show. She told me she just gotten off the phone with her criminal division chief, and she was investigating whether what Donald Trump said about Liz Cheney constituted a death threat under Arizona law. I'll tell you, under Arizona law, it is illegal to make threats or intimidate someone. Can be charged as a Class 1 misdemeanor, Class 6 felony. Chris Mays told me they're looking into it. I asked her whether this was just political speech, free speech. She said we're checking to see if it crossed that line. But she also put it in the larger perspective. If you're here right now, you begin to understand how this place is ready for a high security event on Tuesday, an election. Our sheriff's office is talking about a no tolerance policy for protests. Chris Mays is activating all her agents. Every law enforcement agency in the state is involved with protecting the vote, protecting voters. So that's Chris Mays brought that into the conversation, that for Donald Trump to make these kinds of remarks at this time, such a really fraught and tense moment here in Maricopa County, is just bad.
They're nuts. They're nuts. And worse than that, they are desperate. They are desperate and nuts, and they will stop at nothing to try to do anything to prevent what looks like is going to happen on Tuesday, a massive Trump victory. And I tell you, these people, confession through projection, the iron law of woke projection, the only people who looked at that clip and saw it as a threat, something making reference to a non-referenced firing squad, the only people who read it that way are the same people who are disappointed Donald Trump didn't get killed in Butler, Pennsylvania, are disappointed Trump didn't get killed on his golf course, and that overlap in this Venn diagram is all in the center, and it's all Democrats. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not only Democrats, it's also war whore Dick Cheney and his war whore daughter Liz Cheney, who is quick to send other people off to the slaughter, but herself would shit her own pants if she were ever put in battle. Remember when Michael Keaton put out his little PSA where he was talking to all the guys saying, they don't like you, they don't want to hang out with you, they're not your bro, they're not the same as you. This is Michael Keaton from his multi-million-dollar mansion, who is just dying to hang out with the very people who made him rich. It is confession through projection, people.
Hey, hi, Michael. You know, for some of you folks who, guys mostly, I guess, who are thinking about attending a rally with Musk and Trump, they don't really respect you. They laugh at you behind your back. They think you're stupid. They don't want to hang out with you. They have nothing in common with you. They're not your bros. And I'm telling you, when Trump, years ago, I guess, said, I could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and they'd still vote for me. Basically what he's saying in parentheses is, these people are so stupid, they're so dumb, they'd still vote for me. They have no respect for you. Trust me.
Michael Keaton coming out in what I am certain is a scripted piece of text that was sent to him by the Kamala Harris-Tim Walz campaign saying they don't respect you. What he is telling you is that they do not respect their electorate. That's why they exploit of your ignorance to get you to repeat their lies so that you become emotionally and physically invested in their lies so that you can't escape the lies that you participated in promoting. And I hope you appreciate how insidious that is and how it works. They get you to be the participants in the promulgation of their lies so that you have a vested interest in pushing forward that lie instead of admitting that you got duped, because they exist to dupe you, and they will love you and respect you so long as you vote for them. And the second you get smart and do not vote for them, well, then you become a dumb woman, according to Mark Cuban. You become a Nazi or Nazi adjacent, according to Tim Walz, and you become garbage, according to Joe Biden. People, I'm not being hyperbolic. This upcoming election is the most important election in the history of these United States of America, and I'm not telling you who to vote for. I'm just warning you that if you want to know what the future of America looks like under a Kamala Harris-Tim Walz administration, administration, look no further than the UK. Look no further than every oppressive regime out there where they lock people up for their words, try to lock up their political adversaries, try to bankrupt them, try to put them behind bars, and when that fails, try to kill them, because that's what we are seeing a taste of in America. And if you don't get out there on Tuesday, November 5th and vote like the future of your country depends on it, then my goodness, you might not get what you deserve, but you certainly are going to get something that you might regret. The media lies to you as they're doing right now. They exploit you like they're doing it right now. They get you to promote their lies so that you are invested in them like they're doing right now. And understand it, Trump didn't threaten anybody. Nobody with half a brain thinks that he did. And they are just hoping that you do not have half a brain to figure it out for yourselves, because when you do, you will end up leaving that party. With that said, if you like what I do, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, turn on the notifications, because I know for a fact that YouTube is censoring and suppressing my channel, but I don't care because I've got Rumble. Viva Frei at Rumble. The Viva Frei on Twitter, vivafrei.com for some merch, vivabarneslaw.locals.com for the best above average law community anywhere. This Sunday, November 3rd, we're going to be going over the various amendments on the various bills in certain states to explain them. Robert Barnes and I in our Sunday night law extravaganza. But most importantly, exercise, eat healthy, sunlight, talk to people in real life, and now you know your vlog. Peace out, peeps. Booyah!
2016, the Trump voter was the silent voter, somewhat in the 2020 election, but now I think it's really switched. I think Elon taking over Twitter has emboldened Trump voters to get loud, to denigrate Harris voters. Donald Trump, you never see him around strong, intelligent women, ever. To denigrate Harris voters. Donald Trump, you never see him around strong, intelligent women, ever. Donald Trump, you never see him around strong, intelligent women, ever. Donald Trump, you never see him around strong, intelligent women, ever. Donald Trump, you never see him around strong, intelligent women, ever. Donald Trump, you never see him around strong, intelligent women, ever.